My name is Priyanka, and my presentation is called An Ocean of Leadership. And the reason I chose to call this presentation An Ocean of Leadership is because the ocean has been the one thing that has always been constant throughout my life. Be it when I lived in India, I lived at the coast, I moved to the Caribbean, there was water everywhere. It was that one thing that was always with me. My leadership journey truly started with my little sister. She was born when I was 5 years old. I didn't know it then, but she would be my biggest supporter, my biggest inspiration, and the person that I strive to succeed for. It's because I had to set an example for her. I had to show her that you can make mistakes, but it's not how you make the mistake, it's how you get up and try again. And that's how I first dove into leadership. My sister, she inspires me to be the best person I can be. And she has so much life, and that's what I use to channel my leadership through. That's what I use to move on, to get ahead. My sister's great, but majority of my inspiration comes from my parents. My mother taught me perseverance. She taught me to never give up. She was that one person that told me, every time you fall, dust your shoulders off, get up, and do it all over again. It does not matter if you succeed, as long as you put in the effort, and you can show that you tried. My mom is a great person, but I'm a daddy's girl at heart, and my father is my hero. I was 7 years old when my father first moved to the Caribbean. He moved 8 months before my mother, my sister, and I moved. When he moved, I felt like I lost my hero. I felt like I didn't have that person by my side who was always with me. Even though when we moved, it was a new beginning, it was a new start, and I was reunited with my hero, I had all these walls built up, and I did not want to let anybody in. The island I moved to is called Curacao. It's a very small, teeny tiny island that nobody ever knows of, but it is home. Moving to Curacao, I met people from all over the world, be it from Europe, South America, Asia, and even the Caribbean. Living there gave me a global perspective, but that was hard because everyone had this identity. They knew who they were, but I had no idea who I was. I lost my identity, I lost who I was, and that led me to losing my voice. I had no voice, and I did not feel like I had anyone in my corner to stand by and fight for me. I felt like I was the only one there, and I had to do that for myself. This had to be definitely one of the hardest things to overcome, because when you have no voice, it feels like you're talking, but there's nothing coming out. Model UN was the one thing that truly saved me because it gave me that confidence I never thought I had. It gave me back the voice that I had lost. It taught me to advocate for others while advocating for myself. Because even though I could represent a country, I had to represent myself before I could represent that country. Graduation was a really life-changing moment for me is because I had the honor of receiving the Mercedes-Benz Gold Service Award at high school. And that award, till date, has to be one of my biggest accomplishments because that award as a whole truly represents what my values are, and that is to do what I can to be a help to someone else. Coming to USF was a surprise. I did not expect to come here at all, but I'm really glad I did. And I realized that when I first went to orientation, and my OTL was Haley. She was a ray of sunshine, and she's the reason I'm an OTL. She's the reason I'm here on the stage, and she's the reason that I attended Eli. Eli as a weekend, even though it's a leadership development program, you don't just learn about your leadership, you learn so much about yourself. I didn't have the courage to apply for positions after Eli, or rather before Eli, because I'd gotten so many no's. But at Eli, one of my facilitators said, for you to get that one yes, you have to get your 9 no's first. My one yes was getting hired at the Center for Student Involvement. That office has become my home away from home. Those people have become my family, and my team members are the people I look up to here. It's because I'm surrounded by a group of individuals that love what they do, and I found that in orientation as well. Being in this room here with all of you, I can look at each and every single one of you, and there's something I can learn. It's because just how we're different people, we're different leaders. Just how there's room for improvement for us on a personal level, we can do that as leaders as well. Ultimately, That's how I transitioned my entire life story and I become a lifeguard at the end. I want to work for the United Nations, and the reason I want to do that is because I felt like I did not have a voice. I felt like I did not have anyone to advocate for me. And I want to be that person to advocate for someone else, to hold their hand at the end of the day when they feel like they have no one to hold it. Thank you.